Hi there, I'm Dredge, and welcome back to the Deep. Today we're diving right back into Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning, Fatesworn Edition. As always, we are playing on hard mode. Don't know where it shows that again, but I'll show you later. Anyhow. Is that the time of day? Yeah. So nice to have you all back here with me. I'm just going to go ahead and check real quick that we are indeed recording. Yes, we are. Okay. So. We're currently wielding steel chakrams and a longbow. We have a hammer and an elm staff. Where we last left off, we have iron helm, chainmail cuirass, squire's gauntlets, iron chaussee, hardened boots, and a hardy kite shield. We've got a squire's amulet, a band of the anti-venom, and a squire's ring. We've got plenty of fantastic usables. Go ahead and map some of these. I don't really do ice damage. Let's map our warrior strength. And I guess we'll map our venom guard. We already have that. May as well map that right there. Potions are for using. Okay. So, we need to meet with Arden, and then we can go do the Teeth of Naros and Legend of Dead Kell later on. We have to report the attack, locate Brother Egan, and travel to Gorhart. I think our next step is going to be going to the Stone Candle Mines and trying our hand at the kobolds now that we've leveled up a little bit and have better armor and equipment. So let's do just that. Travel right there, but first let's just go to Alistair Tower. I want to stop by the shrine. And Star Thistle. There's a shrine right up there to our left. Let's stop by that. Stone Candle Mines. So we remember from last time that there are air traps on the ground and kobolds. Have some nasty long-range spears, and they set up some nasty bear traps all around. Got it in one pick. There's a hammer here. Does quite a bit of damage. 61 physical. Wow. I will go ahead and grab that. 61. Jeez. That's a lot of damage. Not very good for multi-targets. Hammers are good for single target damage. Robes of Mending. Mana regen and bleeding. Resist. I don't really need those. I think I'm just going to add them to junk. Disarm that bear trap. And let's go try to beat the crap out of those kobolds. Show them they can't beat us twice in a row. I guess 4 times in a row. Mind the bear trap. You can disarm traps that you see, which can prevent you from stepping in them a second time. And now that we have Detect Hidden, we can see this secret cache. An Elm Longbow. Deals 26 damage, just piercing. Don't need that. Add it to junk. A Lambent Magic Shard. Just gonna sell that. Alright. So. Alright, kobolds. I guess the old saying goes, can't kill Dredge 4 times in a row. That's definitely how that old saying goes. Right? Basic rallying rivets. Always nice. That's a lot of armor. Let's equip that. Gladly take some more armor. Alright, we should be able to clear out the rest of the kobolds in the zone as well. Got a little bit longer on the protection. Watch out for traps up ahead. Get him. Alright. So, go to local maps. Looks like there's more over here. Let's take the long way first. Or as some people would call it, the right-hand rule. Looks like there's going to be some kobolds right here. Maybe they'll ambush us on our way out. There's a treasure chest. Greatsword. Finally, the Greatsword is our new weapon. Greatsword has excellent area of attack damage. It's not dealing a lot of damage, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. We got some nice daggers. Keep those in case I got to assassinate someone. Greatsword's a classic hero weapon. Here you can see that this basically leads straight into the Tower of Alistair, which is probably how the Tuatha got in. So, attack pattern. 1, 2, 3. Now you And of course, block. Sadly, there aren't very many good block combos, but it does have an excellent target. Now, one of the best ways to attack from charge is to dodge and start charging while you are dodging, like this. Now, if you press the attack button during every swing recovery frame, like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll deal a powerful slam instead of just the standard. There you go. But other than that, the great sword can be a good weapon. Sadly, ours isn't. This hammer is very cool, though. Anyways, we're going to add that more boring hammer to junk, and we'll keep the student's hammer. Generally, you don't need 2 of anything. So, a topic I wanted to cover was exactly how the fate generation system works. The fate, represented in the upper left by that purple bar, fills up when you complete spell casting, or finish an attack chain, or connect with an attack. The finished on an attack chain has to hit an enemy to work. And you get bonuses to this when you alternate between weapon types or damage types. When you alternate between damage that comes from might abilities or might-aligned weapons, like the longsword, greatsword, and hammer, finesse abilities or finesse weapons, like the fey blades, daggers, or longbow, or sorcery abilities and sorcery weapons, like the scepter, chakrams, and staff. Alternating between these abilities generates additional fate. You essentially get diminishing returns from spamming the same option. So, because we have chakrams, and the longbow, some damage, but that's alright. We'll just go ahead and pop the heal. There we go. All better. There's an overturned cart here. Linen hand wraps and the junk. Some loot will not show up on the mini-map. Some loot will. And of course, because there's kobolds, watch for traps. we can see on the mini-map the facing of our enemies. And we can see that there are 3 of them. So, we can get the jump on them if we so desire. As you can see, they don't notice us walking around. Oh, they see us. Off. We'll just walk up to any of them. Mash all our buttons to figure out which one we need to mash. Kill them all and level up. Pretty smooth. Alright. Let's go ahead and take that level. So, we've maxed our detect hidden. We could choose to upgrade blacksmithing. We could choose to upgrade alchemy. We can no longer upgrade detect hidden. We can upgrade dispelling. We could upgrade lockpicking. Mercantile finally gives us the ability to destroy excess items, but that shouldn't be an issue with proper inventory management. Sagecraft is gems, stealth is stealth, persuasion is probably the next best thing. However, because we're coming out of a dungeon, that increases the stuff we want to sell. So we could generate some additional gold with Mercantile. The sooner you invest in Mercantile, the more dividends it pays out. Persuasion is okay, but doesn't really do anything for you. Typically, I think that Detect Hidden is the best, followed by Mercantile, then maybe Persuasion, your choice of lockpicking or dispelling, whichever you're worse at. And lastly, blacksmithing, alchemy. And in general, you can ignore Sagecraft and Stealth until the late game. Sagecraft just kind of isn't very useful until late game, but it does give you better gems, which is fine, I guess. Not really needed. So it's going to be Mercantile. Now we can take another level. In this case, we've maxed out the charge special for the staff and chakrams. We could put another point into lightning bolt, should we so desire, for 10 more lightning damage at the cost of 3 more mana. I think we're going to put the point into staves. This unlocks our ability to access the sorcery tier, giving us attacks from block for the staff and scepter. It also gives us chakram boost, the sphere of protection, mark of flame, which is very similar to shadow flare, but with fire, and conservative casting. Might gives us access to, as you see, we have multiple points and multiple specializations. Why did we get a point in longsword mastery? I don't remember. Charge. Weapons from charge. No. Skillful defense. And lastly, finesse. We could go precise weaponry. We can continue to level up longbow mastery, which is probably what I'm going to do. Although, this is not a bad choice. Longbow mastery is going to be my choice. Confirm. We're staying as a wayfarer. Once we hit level 10 in each, we can level up to an adventurer and get +1 to all skills. I think we already have that. Okay, and we are ready. Staff of the Soothsayer. 21 ice damage, 9 freezing. 5% damage with magic. Quite nice, thank you. Another chest. Nope. Fine steel hammer. We have a better steel hammer. An elm staff for lightning. Gold coins and a healing potion. Always nice. A corpse. A gnomish corpse. A crude steel greatsword. Cloudy lightning shard. A minor mage bane. Decrease all magic damage received by 25%. Very nice. Gem of fire shield. Completed gems are very good because you can just socket something. Stone candle log. A sturdy tome bound in leather and steel. Basically saying that we are in Octien, Alistair Tower. Octien not only demanded the establishment of this mine, but has personally funded construction. There's a new scholar, Formorous Hughes. His research is too important to be interrupted. Kobolds are a nuisance that ambush the miners. Early tunnels connecting the mines to the tower are complete. They need shoring up to be stable to use, but soon we'll be able to move the Prismere straight into the labs without worrying about kobolds or curious outsiders. Just in time, too, there have been reports of soldiers lurking in the forest nearby. Which, of course, they're talking about the Tuatha. We don't need this stone candle log, so we're going to leave it there. Some lightning steel chakrams. Perfectly fine. Shoes of the Squall. Mana regen and lightning damage. There's some synergy there, but not enough to be worthwhile. And another potion. And that should be it for the Stone Candle Mines. Alright, now we jump down. And we're all good to go. There might be another set of kobolds on our way out. I can't recall. No, we're good. Alright, that is Stone Candle Mine cleared out. Well done. Coming out of the mines, we should get a wolf attack, if I'm not mistaken, although I might be. No wolf attack. Cool. So, we have 3,900.
Still here, huh? Can't quite
If we choose to, we can unbind our destiny and reallocate our stats, getting rid of certain abilities like Lightning Bolt in favor of other stats. We are going to do that, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Unbind destiny.
Decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you?
Hello, my love. Yeah, you do. Oh, he has something new to say about the Fae.
Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas, but they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple, far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later. Ah, the warm and welcoming Fae of the Summer Court. They were the ones who welcomed man, Alpha, and Gnome into the Feylands. You'd hardly realize the Tuatha are the same sort of creature.
It's almost like anyone can be horrible. Summer or winter Fae alike.
What could this all mean?
So you'll notice that we no longer have our inventory equipped. That's because we don't meet the requirements for those items anymore. So, what we're going to do is we're going to level up. At this point, we could go get training, but that's just not worth it. Put all our points in Detect Hidden. And now we can put our points into Mercantile or Persuasion. We're going to get +1 in every point. Knowing that you're going to get +1 to a skill can often be a good reason to respec it. You want to hit these little marks here. These marks are useful. They offer a modification to your stats. So knowing I'm going to get a +1 to Mercantile, I can put 1 point in, and once I get +1 to everything, I'll get this. Now I can respec my Finesse to get rid of things I don't want and spec into things I do want. I don't want Stealth. I don't care about it. It's not really useful, so I'm not going to put any points into it. I know that I want Longbow Mastery, so we're going to go ahead and put 1 point to Longbow Mastery, 1 point to the Shadow Flare, and we're going to start putting points into Weapon Mastery, because there will be some Feyblades that are guaranteed drop from a quest a little farther on, the Sir Sagrel quest line. So we're going to go ahead and get ready for that. 1, 2, 3. Sorcery. I don't like Lightning Bolt. It's not really that useful. I'm not going to use it. Instead, I'm going to put our points into Arcane Weaponry. 1, 2, 3. And then put our points into Staff Mastery. This is to take advantage from the special attack from block for the staff. 1, 2. Next level, we'll be able to get Arcane Weaponry too. In Might, we're going to put our points not into Harpoon. I don't like Harpoon. We're going to put our points into Skillful Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to ignore this Brutal Weapon Mastery. It's just not very good. At least not yet. Putting all our points into Skillful Defense is going to be much more useful. We also have Shield Bash. So, confirm, take Wayfarer, confirm, inventory, go ahead and equip our weapons. So you now see that we have lightning or fire. They're both useful. For our secondary, we have the bow. We could go into this. I'm gonna put that in the junk. Don't really want it. Put that in junk. Don't want that either. I'll get rid of this Elm Staff, the damaged one. We'll keep the lightning and the freezing. Start equipping our armor. And now we're going to go to our moves to look at our new ability. We're also going to make sure we collapse all these menus, because otherwise they'll just kind of take up space. There we go. We have parry. We've seen that work. And we have shield bash. So let's go ahead and take a look at how shield bash works. Hold shield. And then, in this case, I'm going to hold down the A button. Shield bash preserves your block and lets you charge ahead. You don't have to hold it for very long. You can just hold it for a quick little thing. You can also shield bash out of dodge. Which is a very useful talent to have. So, we'll head to town, we'll sell off, and then we'll repair.
Thru have mercy.
Other way around, repair and sell off.
Yes. What do you need?
Repair.
So long.
Come in. Yes. What do you need?
Sell off our junk. Sell off our shards. Anything important to buy here? Hardy ring. 20 health and mana. Is that worth 3,926? I'm probably gonna get more rings, but that's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and gamble and say I don't need it right now. I'll take some lockpicks.
Goodbye.
Alright, we're gonna check the inn, and then we're gonna go do the Brother Egan quest line.
Yeah, what can I get you?
Tooth Staff of the Geyser. So sadly there's no way to sort by different things. It just kind of sorts by total cost. 39 damage. Fire. Ooh, that's pretty good. That'd be worth spending our money on if we wanted to. Sword of Bloodletting. Daggers of Bloodletting. Poison and Bleeding Bow. Which is honestly pretty great. Cuirass of Dismantling, Squire Kite Shield, Iron Cuirass, Squire Buckler, Crusader Necklace, 10% health. That's pretty good. Don't underestimate 10% health.
Don't be a stranger.
Right now we have 105, so it's about just 5 health.
Yeah, what can I get you?
Do I want this staff? In one level, I would have wanted this staff. I might still find something better than it within the level, so let's
Nice
not worry.
talking to you.
Health is fine. Mana's fine. No diseases.
What? The Red Legion is about.
Let's go ahead and skedaddle. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and hit this shrine over here. There should still be some boggarts dancing around it. Looks like there aren't. That's okay. Now walking down the road will trigger a boggart spawn. So we're gonna try to find Brother Egan. Something in here that I missed? Little boggart man's. Oh, here's Brother Egan.
Yes? Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran the Eternal, messenger of the Fey folk? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious.
Yeah. Okay, Brother Egan.
I'm new to the Feylands. Until I joined the mission, I'd never even left my home village. That's why I volunteered. I wanted to see the world. I want to visit the gardens of Issa, to meet gnomes and Alfar, to live. The Order of Mitharu was a good way to leave home, but I want so much more.
Oh, tell me about Casmaran the Eternal.
It sounds rather silly, doesn't it? I had a feeling it would. I need a mage name for when I become all-powerful, for when my magic is so great that no one will dare dispute me. What about Abner the Visionary, or Malik the Nefarious, Lord Zaltanus? No? Then those were the good ones.
Egan the Eternal. That would sound kind of cool. Why is Casmaran? Come on, what's up with that? Weird name.
Mortal races have no lasting grasp on this world, and in time the fair ones shall be our masters, beautiful and mighty.
All right, buddy.
Legend tells of the great Fey city hidden beneath the canopies of Dalantarth. I've never met anyone who's been there, but I'm sure it's real. Yes, I'm quite sure. Not a doubt in my mind.
This time you're correct.
Father Dimwell and the others are fools, and their silly mission will wither and crumble. Finna and Arbos have glimpsed it with their ever-seeing eyes.
Finna and Arbos?
They believe I have the potential to succeed where all others have failed, including them. You see, they can't obtain what they desire, so they need someone more powerful to do it. Then they will bestow upon me the wisdom of the Fae.
Uh-huh. The wisdom of the Fae, right?
Wait, Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power was too plodding, and now he wishes to slow me down too. I have new friends, Fae friends. They are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share their secrets with me and to gift me with true magic. In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it, eventually, as soon as I, feel like it.
Who are they?
They are Fae twins, and they are beautiful, magical creatures. They've promised to teach me magic, to help me see the world as it really is. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. It's quite a bargain, believe me.
You'll die without me.
Fine, if you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the treasure. This is my key into a powerful new future, a future full of magic and wonders. Let's go.
Tell me about the relic.
It is called the Selkie Veil, and it's said to possess the power to transform its wearer into any form he wishes. Finna says it belongs to the Fae, but was stolen. I don't know much about the relic, only that it was supposedly crafted by a Fae mage named Armen the Clever. Armen is a good name. Not as good as Casmaran, though.
Yeah?
It is in the caves of Waterhall Down, a refuge for the wild Fae. See you later.
Alright, so we can follow him. During this quest, he does not take any fatal damage and cannot be permanently killed. So, you also are free to use this fact to let him tank for you. He'll run headfirst into danger, which could be of decent use to you.
If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. I have no courage to speak of. Honest. Ask Father Dinwell.
Nor do you have any armor.
Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armin the Clever retreated to these caverns to hide his treasures from mortal hands. Among them, the Selkie Veil. See you later.
There's a loot pile. Hardened shoes. Plus 11 armor and 10% mana regen. Not bad, but not necessary. Shadow prisms. Yay, junk. Alright, we can see on the map that there are 4, 5, maybe 6 enemies. As you can see, he can't really die. Ceremonial Greaves. It has less armor, but it has 5% bleeding resistance, 5% melee block efficacy. It's pretty good, blocks a little better. At the 2-piece bonus, it blocks even more. 3-piece bonus gives you 10 armor, 4-piece bonus gives you 25 health. Belonged to Eswin Eric, a noted mercenary captain and tournament champion. His first full-dress rig. Captain Eric was lost on a raid in Cluricon. That being said, I don't think it's a very good set. Looks nice, though. Boiled leather boots. Linen cowl. Cloudy magic shard. Steel daggers, don't need them. Shadow prism is junk. Unless you're a sneaky thief. So, there are traps ahead. The traps are in the water, and they look like that. You'll see them in a spherical depression. And it'll say it's a lightning mine. You can see it right here where my character's head is. You can disarm them. If you walk very slowly, you'll be able to use them. Disarm them. Hand wraps of fire shield. Not bad. Not necessary though. A boiled leather brace is a core component. Fine chainmail greaves. Not bad, not necessary. As you can see, I'm just letting him go first. Disarm traps. Now right up ahead, there's a loot pile. Activating it will summon a bunch of Fae to come mess you up. Silver nuggets can be sold at the merchant. They're not useful for anything. Jeweled bracelets can be sold at the merchant. They're not useful for anything. And the Ominous Key unlocks a chest for later. Basic piercing ribbons. And here you can see one of the spooky little Fey owls. Cute little guys. Watch out for mines up ahead. Linen shoes is junk. That's junk. Nice fine steel greatsword. Don't really need it. It's not magical. Superior hood. Can't be equipped by our build until level 10. So that's junk for now. 10% armor isn't bad, however. Alright. Crude elm staff. It's crude and therefore basically junk.
Glad I brought my sword.
An elm staff. Nice fire damage. We'll take that. Cotton robes. Decent, but sellable. Apprentice Fey blades. Decent, but sellable. And right here, there's a pile of rocks. Steel kite shield. Pretty decent, but ultimately not that important. And more junk.
When I'm all powerful, cave creatures will run from me in terror.
Well, we're right
Goodbye now.
here. So. Take our time. Disarm the mines. The enemies right after we loot this. Here's the Selkie Veil. 15% mana regen per second. 15% chance to steal 1 mana per hit. 10% chance to steal mana, and 10% mana costs. Very good. That being said, it is not super great. with. Follow Brother Egan back to the quest.
Casmaran will soon be rewarded. Arbos and Finna will be waiting. Come, their camp is not far. Finna and Arbos made their camp in the old Fey ruins north of the village, near my camp. Bye then.
So here's Finna and Arbos. Now, because they are NPCs, as you can see, you can pickpocket them.
What now? What is this? Our little Egan has made a friend? I have a feeling this is going to be a problem.
Tell me about Brother Egan.
A charming boy, but simple. My brother and I do prefer them witless and eager. He would have done so much more for us if not for you. Before the war, we plundered Rothir from within. We were so successful that the Warsworn had bounties on our heads. Not much, but enough to be proud of. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. With the arrival of so many wartime outlaws, we were forced to relocate here. It was for the best, if you ask me. Legend states that the wearer of the veil will be granted strange abilities, Fey abilities. So you can imagine why my brother and I might be curious.
You're not Fey.
Obviously. Anyone who has ever glimpsed a Fey would know that. Unlike little Egan here, your head holds more than fantasies. The Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with hardly any effort. Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play.
Well, that's a very, very stupid threat to make. What if I wish to keep it?
Then you'll have to pay for it with your life. You see, we have much invested in this deception. Blood, gold, not to mention the hours wasted on Egan. We may be criminals, but we're an honourable pair. We worked hard for our prize, and now we mean to have it.
I can attempt to deceive them and tell them the veil is cursed, and they'll just let me walk away. That being said, come and take it.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. We came for the veil, and a veil we will have. Come, Arbos, let us negotiate.
You're futile.
Farewell, meddler.
Get some temp HP.
could I? Before I came to Gorhart, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate family. Everything was so new, so magical. You must think me a fool. And Father Dinwell, come, let's return to the mission. I must ask forgiveness of so many. See you later.
Well, that worked well. Get absolutely wrecked, nerds. Was it worth it? Maybe. Had some free experience, at least. Alternatively, we could have sought out a couple buffs before we started combat. Like the Mark of Bellum.
I actually missed. Must we return to the mission? Although all of those things are quite frightening.
You're going home.
Perhaps it is for the best. This new world is far more dangerous than I expected, and I haven't eaten in days.
Days.
See you later. It's not far.
Mitharu believes in justice, in equality, in order. What order is there when few choose to subjugate the many? Do the half-truths of these wise men exhaust you as they do me? I have listened to their prayers for too long. There are other voices to be heard.
Avery, I worry about Rika. We of the Order should not visit the village often. Father says it is a distraction, a swamp of murky morality. But I can't stay away. I care too much. Your widow's sorrow deepens. She has come to close her shop at odd hours, to retreat to the darkness of her upstairs bedroom. I see the glimmer you loved so, but it fades. She is lonely, without you or her children. She is so delicate, so beautiful of heart. I try to console her, but it leaves me shaken. I will continue to watch over her in your absence, dear friend. You have my word. Your brother-in-arms, Mason. So, Avery is probably dead.
What? Are you content to live among the lives of the mission? They look down their eyes at you. They laugh at your ignorance.
Come,
Help me to
onto St.
expose the
Odwig.
mission for what it truly is.
Must we return to the mission? Although all of those things. See you later. I actually missed Gorhart.
Great Mitharu, Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever grateful. Consider this meager reward a donation to your cause. It is just one, to be sure.
I'm sure they mean it is a just one, to be sure.
It is only by the grace of Mitharu that Egan has been returned to us. Of course, you had a hand in that miracle as well. The authority works in many ways.
Father Dinwell says I have a promising future here at the mission. My dishwashing is inspired. His words.
Am I right, Casmaran the Eternal?
I don't know what came over me. The twins poisoned my thoughts and made me think that magic belonged in mortal hands. Only Mitharu wields the power to change who I am. I am clay in his hands. Of course, I did like the name Casmaran. It had music. Bye then. Father Dinwell says I have a promising future here at the mission. He's a kind man for taking me back among the brothers. It will take time, but I will work my way into his heart again. I have faith. I'm ashamed at how they used me. I was so ignorant, so greedy. I only wanted to feel like I understood the world. They took advantage of that. This is where I belong. I knew nothing of the greater world when I arrived, but now I have tasted the fruit of temptation. I have rededicated myself to prayer and scripture. I have stumbled, but Mitharu has granted me mercy. I won't disappoint him again.
If that's
Bye
how
then.
you feel. So, hidden well cache. A bronze talisman. Talismans are spellcaster shields. They have armor, they block damage, and they all have elemental resistance. And they look really cool. So of course, while you're here, you can loot the place. This is the start of a quest that asks you to find books all across the game world, but then those books stay in your inventory until you complete all of them. You can also just read the books. I want this rug. Look at that rug right there. That's a nice rug. So this ordination tome is for a quest for the lady outside. And so we'll go ahead and steal it. Now, this is the start of another quest.
This can't be happening.
That asks you to go to here in Odoroth and go into a Red Legion stronghold. And when you are there, to give a dagger to the leader of the Red Legion. However, the leader of the Red Legion will tell you that he won't accept the dagger, and you have to collect other daggers too. So you'll have to come back here later. It's honestly not even worth the trouble, and the dagger sits in your inventory. You can come back here if you're ready to go into that spot and go on a quest to find all these other daggers. The first dagger is his. The second dagger is the guy who sleeps behind the inn. The third dagger is over here in Haxi somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. It's a pretty decently sized game world. This is the two areas that are the Fatesworn DLC. You can make a weapon gem. We do have some staffs with utility sockets, but you'll notice not weapon sockets. We can make a mana regen gem. Not really worth it. I'm not going going to start that quest. I'm not going to start the book quest. I'm just going to look at them. You'll notice that I did take those potions because NPCs don't use potions, but I do. I can steal that gold, and I will. 0% chance of being caught. Okay. Don't drink too much. He's so immersed in his book that he didn't notice me stealing. Don't really need any of these. I can just take that though. Captain's gloves. Requires finesse 10. +2 to finesse abilities. Very cool if you're going a finesse build. I'll take that. Now, stolen items can only be sold at fences or broken down for part of their value. So I tend not to steal armor. Components are fair game. Potions are fair game. So, we have the Ordination Tome, which is useful for a quest. And that quest is right over here, outside the door. The lady who says she is just as legitimate as any monk needs an Ordination Tome to be let into the mission. And we just so happen to have one.
Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every village. It's on every tongue. We are so close. St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. And once it relents, all others will follow in its wake. The tome will be ours. You've acquired the Ordination Tome? But how? The monks of St. Odwig's keep it in their reliquary under lock and key.
I just walked in and
Father
grabbed
Dinwell
it.
is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu, despite scripture in this book to the contrary. You have done a good thing today, my friend. You have given hope to many. Please take this gold. It is all I have, but I won't need it once I take my vow of poverty.
Don't let your guard down.
That's 1,000 XP, all for me.
Hello.
Yeah, what can I get you?
I could could still grab this staff. Don't really need it though.
Fine.
Let's go ahead and repair and then sell, and then I'm probably going to call it for the night. It's getting quite late and I am quite tired.
In Gorhart.
I might mix together some more healing potions.
Welcome.
Can I help you? I'll be here.
Do I have any... craftables here? I can make some boots. Can make some leggings. Those are pretty good. Yeah.
Greetings.
You can also break down things into their components. However, then you don't get their sell value. For instance, if I break down these steel chakrams, because they're lightning attuned, I could get some lightning materials, like a lightning shock disc. If I break down these boiled leather leggings, I'll get boiled leather material and some other legging material. But it's not guaranteed what you get from each item. Usually it's better to sell it.
Care to part with some gold?
I don't know, do you? Now I can sell off these daggers. Might keep the hammer. I think I'll keep one of these staffs. I have one of each element, which is kind of cool. Sell off those daggers. Sell off the lightning chakrams. I can't sell the captain gloves, as you can see. I could sell the Selkie Veil, and it's not something I really need, so I'm probably going to. I could sell the ceremonial greaves, and I don't think it's a very good armor set, so I will. I don't need these gems. These items don't take up any space. So I'm not going to bother. Do I want to keep more than just the fire? Not really.
Goodbye.
Alright, I gotta sell her the junk.
Yes. What do you need?
Forgot about that. Alright, we got some money now. Can buy that ring. I think I will. I can buy some more Kohash and soft scrabble powder. I think I will.
Come see me again.
And we'll stop by Natty Henry, buy some more consumables, if necessary. How's my wheel doing? Let's go ahead and just reset this. I like this to be health potions. Start with the stolen ones. This can be... Do I have health regen? I don't. Venom Guard. Mage Bane. Defensive spells first. Purification. And now offensive. Serpent's Venom. Lightning Storm. Frostbite. And we'll guess we'll do the mana regen. Alright. Snatty Henry.
I cannot emphasize the importance of what you've done.
Alright. 15% damage. Not bad. Pretty good for boss fights. Alchemist's Art. Assassin's Evasion. Purification potions. All sorts of effect potions.
Until you destroyed those shipments. Goodbye.
Need supplies? Try the corner shop.
Alright. So Emberizing Kohosh gives us healing potions. Emberizing Soft Scrabble gives us mana. So let's do some science. Health damage, that's not a thing. Damage ice, that's probably a thing. Restoration. Mana, magic. Let's try mixing magic with physical. Unstable potion. Let's mix physical with poison. Let's mix damage with physical. Force potion. Let's mix damage with poison. Let's mix health with physical. Let's mix health with mana. Let's mix mana with physical. Poison, physical. Restoration, physical. Poison, restoration. Alright, let's just go ahead and make some more healing potions. I really like healing potions. They're very useful. Oh, there's a chest here. What's in it? Shadow prison? Don't make me laugh.
What do you want?
Oh, you know, stuff. So, we've made some unstable potions. They can do all sorts of stuff to you. see if there's anything left in our to-do list for this episode. Okay, looks like we are all good to go. We're going to go ahead and sell those unstable potions, as they're not actually going to help us.
I cannot emphasize the importance of what you've done. Until you destroy farewell.
Alright, well, we are all set for today. Next time, we are going to Odorath, as we finished everything in Alistair Glade. And we'll visit Yalvin, the House of Ballads. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're going to have a terrific rest of your day. Save that game. And you can see we're still on very hard mode, because that's how we roll. I'll see you next time, down here in the deep. Until then, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I upload. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.